he doesn't appear, we're gonna lock him up. No, tell him we'll put him in jail. Yeah, hold on. Go.
Yesterday, FBI picked up an email confirmation. Bertram purchased a one-way plane ticket to Zurich.
When the banks opened this morning, man pulled $200,000 in cash out of his checking account.
All right, he's running.
No family, no business contacts in Switzerland. It looks like it.
All right, I gotta get back to you. Bertram's not some Bed-Stuy drug dealer. He's gonna throw an army of lawyers at us. Hey, Justin.
A guy with Bertram's dough can stay on the run for a long time.
All right, when's he headed for Zurich?
Tomorrow night.
All right, pick him up. Okay. Good morning.
You're doing court in
4 minutes, I know. He's supposed to help me, not give me anxiety.
3 minutes.
I got 2 minutes. Actually, it's more like one. Judge Careful, it has to start early.
Be nice. Don't shoot the
All
messenger.
right, I will. Oh, this coffee sucks.
That was my tea. I'll see you in
Sorry. Anna, how are you?
Hi. Good?
Did you get your test results?
No, not yet.
You're gonna give me a call as soon as you do, though.
That's gonna be good news. I feel healthy.
I got some good news, too.
Yeah?
Yeah, they want a plea bargain for a lesser sentence.
They know they're in trouble.
We built a solid case, and I've saved my best 2 witnesses for last. That smile is a very beautiful thing. Anna, they poisoned the water of your entire town. People died. We're gonna put those 3 bastards behind bars for the rest of their lives.
They're about to start.
So the waste leaked from the tanks and left the borders of the Quad State Petroleum Plant, correct?
Yes. We found BPCs and other petroleum waste products in the water up to 4 miles away from the factory.
And these bioaccumulative polychlorides, what we're calling BPCs, they made up a large part of the waste.
Almost 20%.
Thank you.
There's no doubt there are BPCs in the water table in Middle Hill. But do BPCs cause cancer?
Statistical oncology is not my area of expertise.
To be clear, you're merely here to tell us that the BPCs are there, that they are present.
Yes.
That BPCs exist, like, say, oxygen exists.
Yes.
No further questions. Your Honor, is Dr. Amy Weber still scheduled for tomorrow?
Yes, Dr. Weber is flying in today.
Well, we have an extremely urgent matter regarding this witness.
Please excuse the jury.
They've known about Dr. Weber since discovery. She's an expert from the CDC. She's compiled a census which clearly shows that BPCs are not in any way like oxygen and do, in fact, cause cancer.
We've just discovered that Dr. Weber is having a sexual relationship with Chris Scott.
Who is Chris Scott? He's one of the victims of the BPC
The
poisoning.
court cannot assume that Dr. Weber was objective when she compiled and analyzed the census
I'm
data.
sorry,
Her testimony
this should have come out during
admitted.
discovery. It should have come out during discovery.
Well, we tried to be sure before we submitted it.
You tried to be
It's a pretty
sure.
damning charge.
Please, prepare for a hearing on the admissibility of Dr. Weber's testimony.
You're on.
9:30 Thursday morning.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Dr. Weber,
What's going on?
you're sleeping with Chris Scott?
I spoke with him on the phone for months. I fell in love with him. That's irrelevant.
It's not irrelevant at all. You got any idea what you've done?
Why do the FBI agents pick
Because
me
you
up?
perjured yourself, Doctor, and if I didn't need you as a witness, I'd have you arrested right now.
You gotta believe me, the data in my census is correct.
It doesn't matter. Because you slept with him, the census can be thrown out. Look at me. Do you understand? You may just have destroyed the entire case. Take her inside.
Missed you at the unit chief's meeting.
Would you tell him I'm a little busy?
You have their sympathy. FBI will bring Dr. Weber downstairs when you're ready for her.
All right, thanks. Okay, come on, look, I got 3 minutes, so let's move. Andrew.
We're going with the FBI tonight to pick up Bertram. We'll deal with his lawyers when we get him in jail.
Judge will pull his passport so he's not a flight risk. It's the right move, Mike.
We're gonna call for a preliminary hearing fast, so.
We are well aware of that.
Good. What else?
Eve's got a case. Go ahead.
I'm kind of taking the new girl on your wing, huh?
Helping her out.
That's real nice of you.
Guys, please.
Okay, the FBI was getting complaints from street food vendors that City Councilman Salvatore DeMarco has been asking for bribes in exchange for prime vendor spots near the new Yankee Stadium.
I know him. This is about hot dog carts?
Just
Hear it out.
But it sounds like it's about hot dog carts.
That's because it is.
It's more important than that. Last night, FBI wiretaps picked up a meet between Councilman DeMarco and the owner of a food vendor company. We have the warrant. The site's being wired by FBI techs now.
So your first case is going to be about hot dog carts?
No, corruption and betrayal of public trust. Federal statute, federal crime. We represent the United States. We're obligated to prosecute this case.
She's right. You should listen to her.
It's still about hot dog carts.
Listen to Henry. See what you get on surveillance. I gotta go. Henry, finish up. What's going on?
The ex in the waiting room.
She starts work today?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the ex, Mrs. Cooper.
Did he leave her? Or did she leave him?
I've been here all night, so give me some time. Get her a coffee, stall her. Get me a coffee.
She's been working at the LA District Attorney's office.
It's a nice skirt.
Hey,
What?
that's my buddy's girl you're talking about here.
Okay, A, I thought they were divorced like 6 years ago.
Don't
and
go
B,
there.
I'm just saying she's dressed nice.
Stop.
And I noticed
Will you
things
stop
like that.
it?
Not everything to me is about sex.
Really?
Yes, really. Thank you. So, Eve, if you need any help
I'm
with
not
your
there
case,
either.
Thanks.
I'm just asking.
Oh, damn it.
I bet he wants her back.
He's dating that actress girl, Danielle something or other, right?
No, I thought he was dating the photographer, the redhead.
Did you guys talk about me like this?
No, why would we? Oh, God. Back to work. Hi.
Hi. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Oh, don't worry about it.
Got a witness on the phone. That I, had a bit of, Sorry. Here. So, if you want to, have a seat.
Sure.
So,
Here we go.
yes, it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
No baggage.
New relationship.
New friendship.
New friendship.
Yeah. I need you to jump right into second chair on the QSB case.
Oh, 1 second.
I
Wait,
know,
wait a
I
second.
said we'd set the ground rules. I know I promised, but I
personal
can't. I got
ground
an
rules.
admissibility hearing.
Michael, stop.
I got a witness
Okay?
hearing this
I know how
morning
much you
over
like to win, but this is a crazy
You think
situation.
this is about winning?
Everything with you is about winning.
No, it's not.
Of course it is. You're at the end of a trial. So you spent all night here in the office last night. I bet you haven't even eaten since lunch yesterday.
You don't know that for sure.
Really?
No, for your information, I was at home last night reading. I was. A book. In bed.
You like your shirts on hangers. No creases on the front. But there are no closets in your office, so your clean shirts are folded in the drawer. Folded, not hung. You never made it home last night.
If I'm all about winning, how come I can never win with you?
I must be better than you. That's why you want me in second chair.
I want you on this because you've tried more pollution cases than anyone in this office. And once this case is over, we'll set the ground rules.
Okay. Get me up to speed. Without the causal relationship between the leaks and the people getting cancer, there's no case.
Maybe you should have had something else besides the census.
But we did. We proved BPCs were in the water. We proved they knew about the leaks because they tested the tanks. The census is the linchpin. It's the final piece to our case.
From what I'm seeing, without the census, the case wouldn't have even gone to trial. The defense has its own study.
Yeah, but it doesn't show the last 3 years. Our census shows that in the last 3 years, the cancer rates went off the charts.
If the jury can see my numbers, it's really clear.
And if they can't, there's no case. Your only chance is to put her on the stand.
You're gonna have to convince the judge your relationship with Chris Scott didn't affect the integrity of your data.
I can do that.
Let's hope so.
So I told FBI, we're going in the door with them.
This could be a huge mistake, you know that? They don't find Bertram's connection to the FDA, we got nothing.
No insider trading case.
Oh, you only want the easy cases.
Hey, I like to win.
Now, what you like to do is pad your resume. Get one or two big cases, then you'll jump ship and take a perk-filled, seven-figure deal at a fancy law firm. Time to go.
Okay, it's a government job. I'm working 15-hour days, I can barely pay my rent.
I thought the brownstone was paid for with the trust fund.
For your information, I live in a one-bedroom apartment.
Yeah, Fifth Avenue overlooking the boat pump.
No, Fort Greene, overlooking a bodega. Don't blame me for wanting to get out of here and make some real money.
Huh. Okay, we're good to go.
This is the FBI executing a warrant for the arrest of Walter Bertram. Kill me alone, please. Hey, stop moving. Hands behind your head. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. Do you understand these rights?
Not really. It's a little confusing. Get off.
You understand that?
PDA's on the table. Search everywhere. Computers, files, bills, receipts.
Don't they know you?
Get dressed. Take him downstairs.
Put those on.
All right, let's move.
So 3 days before your company's about to get FDA approval on a drug that reverses arteriosclerosis, you sell 20% of your stock.
Your question is?
Mr. Bertram's company was about to be worth billions. Stock was going to go through the roof. Why'd you sell?
Mr. Bertram personally overinvested in his own company and needed the cash.
Bro, that makes no sense. You could have waited just 3 days and then sold when the stock went up.
The reason you sold is because the FDA wasn't going to give approval. They discovered your studies were flawed. Your company's stock was about to crash.
I had no insider information that the drug wasn't getting approved. You can ask anybody in the FDA.
Well, believe me, we will.
Mr. Moore, we're done answering questions.
Moore. I knew I recognized you. You're Edgar Moore's son.
Yeah, Edgar's my father.
Our families are both members of Spring Lake Country Club. I remember you when you were a smart-mouth caddy.
We're done here. Take him back to the cell, please.
Tell Edgar I said hello.
You used to caddy for that guy?
I caddied for a lot of people. You know, we got 178 phone calls and over 100 emails to or from Bertram in the D.C. area.
Well, one of those has got to be somebody in the FDA telling Bertram that his drug was not getting approved.
What, you're assuming it was a phone call or an email? What if he got his information in person?
Okay. Check flight records for him and his contacts in the FDA.
There's not enough time to run all that down.
Man, summers at the country club did not inspire a great work ethic, huh?
You got something to say to me, you can just say it.
I just hope you got the stomach to go after one of your own, kid.
Go to hell, all right?
All right, come on, Dr. Weber, you admit you're in love with Chris Scott, and yet you're telling the court you didn't want to influence the data to help convict those 3 men.
When I first began seeing Chris, the census was almost complete. I was the best person to finish it. I wanted the study to be procedurally perfect.
You wanted to do your job so well, there would be no question about the study's integrity.
Exactly.
Thank you.
In your census report, did you lie in any way?
Absolutely not.
This is the affidavit you signed when you submitted the census. Will you please read the highlighted sentence?
Objection, Your Honor. We went over this. It was a mistake.
It's the defense's turn. Please, read the affidavit.
By signing, I state I have no bias or connection to the study or its participants.
Well, so you did lie when you signed this document. Then you lied again just now on the stand when you said that you didn't lie. Now, how is the judge to know that you're telling the truth now?
Well, I trust that he can differentiate between an honest mistake and a lie.
That's all.
Is the data in the census accurate?
Yes. I'm a scientist. I would never compromise the truth.
Even to help your lover.
Even to help Chris. Science is my life. To alter that census in any way would betray everything I believe in.
According to your census, was there a large spike in the cancer rates in the last 3 years?
Objection! This is an admissibility
It's an admissibility hearing in a case where people are dying.
Overruled. I'll allow it.
Again, Doctor. According to your census, was there a large spike in the cancer rates in the last 3 years?
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you. That's all, Your Honor.
Beautiful out here, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
We have a mutual friend, Walter Bertram.
What are you saying?
He likes to run out here, too. Tuesdays, 9:30.
What are you talking about?
Just he's a great guy. He can make life good for his friends. Hope I see you out here again, man.
I believe that Dr. Weber's impropriety has tainted the evidence to the extent that it would unfairly prejudice the defendants. I'm faced with no legal choice in this matter. The census and its analysis by Dr. Weber is to be excluded as evidence in this trial. Is the government going to rest?
Oh, the government is most definitely not resting. Given Your Honor's ruling, we would like 2 days to decide how to proceed.
You've got one. We'll recess then till Wednesday. Adjourned.
Census isn't admitted. We have no case. That's what she said to me, Michael. If the census isn't admitted,
Don't
we
give up.
have no...
Anna, shh. Okay, listen to me. Don't give up. I'm not giving up. We don't give up. Say it.
We don't give up.
We don't give up. Okay, get everyone in the room right now.
Yeah.
This doesn't end here. We got 48 hours. We need a completely new strategy.
This case is about science. They threw our science out of court.
Jury isn't made up of scientists. We know BPCs cause cancer, and we're not scientists.
The 3 quad state execs on trial, they also know that BPCs cause cancer.
Then maybe that's your in. If we can prove that the executives believed that BPCs cause cancer, then it doesn't matter that you don't have the census.
Get the jury to smell their guilt.
Yeah.
That's risky.
I'm new here, but that's a long shot.
I agree completely. The judge is going to charge him to only look at the facts.
Now, wait. Just follow this 1 second. What if the reason they called for the test was because they heard people were getting sick? And they knew BPCs cause cancer. I mean, the jury would sense their guilt. Did anyone get sick before QSP tested the tanks?
Nope. Wait. Yes. And Edward Wyatt, he was diagnosed with cancer 10 days before the plant started testing.
Who did he tell that he was sick?
Mr. Wyatt, did you tell anybody from QSP that you had cancer before October 30, 1996?
Yeah. 2 days after I was diagnosed, I told John Valenti.
He's the operations manager from the plant. He's a strictly company man. He's not going to say anything.
We were buddies back then. If he knew anything, he would have told me.
Ed, you know John Valenti's the one that ordered the tests.
No, I didn't know that.
Can you prove that you and Valenti were together that day?
This photo was taken on October the 29th, 1996. You and Mr. Wyatt won the championship that day. This is an enlargement. That's you, correct, Mr. Valenti?
Okay, so I was there.
You requested the tests on October 30th, 1996, 1 day after your friend, Ed Wyatt, told you he had cancer.
Yes.
I mean, Mr. Wyatt's your friend, isn't he?
He was. We're not close now.
You were aware of an animal study done in Germany that indicated BPCs cause cancer in mice?
Yes.
Were Mr. Reed, Mr. McCardle, and Mr. London aware of that same animal study?
Yes.
You heard that your friend, Ed Wyatt, was sick. You knew that BPCs might cause cancer, and you immediately requested the tests to see if the tanks were leaking.
Thinking back on it, Yeah, that's the way it happened.
Did Mr. McCardle, Mr. Reed, or Mr. London say they were worried also?
Objection! Mr. Valenti.
I want to hear this man speak.
Be clear. Those three men said they believed BPCs caused cancer.
Yes.
Thank you.
Mr. Valenti, do you believe in global warming?
Yes, sir.
Are you an expert in weather or ecology or greenhouse gases?
No, sir.
Then it doesn't really matter what you believe because it doesn't have any bearing on whether global warming is or is not real.
I guess not.
To your knowledge, Mr. Reed, Mr. McCardle, Mr. London, are they experts on statistical oncology?
No.
No, then it doesn't really matter what they believe, does it?
I guess not.
No further questions.
Use it against them. Why do we want to save the planet?
Moral obligation. Take the redirect.
With pleasure. Mr. Valenti, do you turn off lights? Recycle?
Yes.
Just because you have a hunch that global warming could be bad, you act on it to protect the planet. Why?
I don't know. It just seems like the right thing to do.
Morally?
Yeah. Yes, morally.
Those three men had a hunch that BPCs cause cancer. But tell us, after the first test showed that the tanks were in fact leaking, how long did it take for them to repair them?
It wasn't until the Tribune broke the story.
And how long was that, Mr. Valenti?
8 years later.
8 years later. Thank you.
I'm telling you, did you see McCardle's face? He knew he was in trouble.
Smith didn't flinch. He's very good, actually.
A soulless bastard. I mean, how do you represent guys like that?
Wealthy people deserve a defense, too, don't you think?
You know, we should talk to Smith about a plea bargain.
I'm not bargaining it out. I said I was convicted, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna bargain this out.
Well, I think we should explore it. The case isn't gonna get any better than it is right now.
And the testimony today does not change the fact that there is no evidence that BPCs cause cancer in humans. Coops, you gotta listen to him.
Listen, it's what this case is gonna come down to. If you can plead this out now, just jump
Henry,
on
it's not just about this trial. The victim's class action suit is gonna benefit from a guilty verdict. I need a conviction.
I don't think you're gonna get it. I'm just being honest.
She's right.
Well, you always did take her side.
Oh.
Sorry, Michael, but she's right.
Hey.
Well, that went well.
You think?
Michael. Michael.
What was that?
Look, it's a different burden of proof in a civil trial. If you plea bargain now, the victims can still get their class action suit later.
If I don't get a conviction now, QSP will fight this in the civil courts for years and years. They don't have years and years. Half of them are dying.
Look, listen. Michael, wait. If all you can get on these guys is a no contest plea, 6 months in jail, and money to clean up the water, then you should take it.
Look. So Marlene says he's got dinner reservations next Monday night at L'Impero.
Ooh, fancy joint like that, everybody's taking her?
Nah. $20. You're on.
Come on. You're going down.
I think it's kind of romantic, them getting back together.
He loves her too much to date her. He knows he'd only break her heart again.
Doesn't make any sense.
What, that's a little complicated for you?
No, it's not complicated. Look at them. They're clearly in love.
When did you become so pessimistic?
I became realistic.
When you were right, you used to fight any case, any case. It didn't matter what the odds were, who it was against, whether we should have or... I used to love that about you.
Yeah, me too. You sure this is not about your ego? It's your need to be the great savior.
This is not about my ego. Well, maybe it is. I don't know.
The victims may end up hating you, but you owe it to them to get the best deal you can.
On the involuntary manslaughter, my clients can only accept a no contest plea. Now, if you want to talk monetary penalties for the water pollution charge, we're open to having that discussion.
On the involuntary manslaughter, we're going to need guilty pleas from all three of your clients.
That's not going to happen.
You're taking a big gamble. Are you aware just how much jail time your clients are looking at with a guilty verdict?
We're feeling that a guilty verdict is very unlikely.
Well, why don't we start talking about the monetary penalties? We can use that as a jumping off
No.
point.
No, without a guilty plea, we're not having a discussion.
Michael, let's just take a minute.
No, I'm not negotiating with the truth. It's not some chip you throw in a pot. I need them to stand up in an open court and give a public plea of guilt.
You're not getting it.
Well, then the offer's withdrawn.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Gentlemen, let's go.
You know, there's always been guys like you. Oil companies, cigarette companies, pharmaceuticals. Your clients are guilty of killing 7 people with more on the way. It's called murder. I'm putting them in jail. You know, I thought about what you said. I was awake all night asking myself, is this my ambition? Is this my ego? And you want to know something? It's not. It's about what's right.
So, get off me.
No wire. He's good. Turns out we have a lot of mutual friends. You are an interesting guy.
What is this about?
Your case is weak, but the charges alone are killing my company's stock. What are you trying to do here?
My job.
I'm curious, what does a federal prosecutor clear? About 100 grand?
You're concerned with my career?
I know for a fact you could have worked for your father's firm. Like I said, we have a lot of mutual friends.
Look, when I get out of the U.S. Attorney's office in 4 or 5 years, I can write my own ticket to any firm in the city. I don't need his help.
Uh-huh. I have daddy issues, too.
I don't have daddy issues.
Really?
Really?
I heard you haven't spoken to Edgar in 5 years. You don't take money from him. Cut him off completely. I also heard that he beat the hell out of you when you were a kid. You want to get him back?
What do you want?
You ever thought about working for Terrence, Hollander, and Lauber?
Okay.
You make 10 times what you're making right now.
Unbelievable.
They told me that they would love to have you at their firm. Same kind of place you're going to end up working eventually anyway. You could get out now, avoid 5 years of slave labor. Maybe you could even take some business away from Daddy's firm. Think about it. We'll talk again.
You got nothing. No phone calls, no emails, nothing connecting Bertram to anyone who could have told him the drug wasn't getting approved.
Widen the search area to include phone calls and emails to the suburbs in Virginia, Baltimore.
Great.
What?
Bertram's lawyers just made a motion to dismiss the case based on lack of evidence. They know we don't have the connection to the FDA.
We got the preliminary hearing in 4 days.
Even if we get a week's postponement, it's not enough time.
You want to drop the case?
I didn't say that.
I don't want to fight you on this, but I worked all weekend. And after dinner, I'm going to be right back here, working till 2. So let's get a postponement, kid, and let's find this connection.
We're both working pretty hard on this. Just don't tell me how to run my case.
So that's what it comes down to? It's your case? Because I sweated blood on this.
You're a paralegal, Eric. You're not a lawyer, and you're not my partner on this.
That's how it's gonna be?
No, that's how it is.
Look, I know Eric can be tough, but I need you to work this out.
I don't want Eric telling me how to run this case, Michael. I've been here 2 years. I know what I'm doing. He might have been a kick-ass lawyer back in the day, but he screwed up his life and he got disbarred. That's not my problem. And you know, he wanted to push this case even though it wasn't ready, and now it's in trouble.
He's also got one of the best minds in the office. You know, I put Eric with you so you could learn from him.
You know, I'm not learning anything. Please, just take him off the case, or let's just drop the case altogether.
You know, they make some of the biggest deals in the city over there. Drink wine, talk terms, put financing together.
We sit here eating $2 hot dogs.
That's right. You're a good lawyer, Andrew. You got the gene for it. But you got a lot to learn. Listen to Eric. Or walk across the street and get yourself a fancy lunch.
Is that it?
That's it.
I gotta go.
My closing argument.
I need to convince the jury. I need to make the jury realize that if they sense guilt, it's okay to
Yeah, but the
convict.
trouble is, the last words they hear before they go into that jury room are the judge telling them to only look at the facts and how they specifically relate to the charges.
Then I need to tell them not to listen to the judge.
Michael, the judge would declare a mistrial and hold you in contempt of court. The only person
no.
behind bars
No, there's
will be
a way
you.
to do it without being
You
in
know what?
contempt.
You shouldn't have gone down this road. It's a flawed strategy.
Well, what do you want me to do? These men killed a lot of people. They ruined a lot of lives. I have no choice.
I love your passion, Michael. I do. I love that you want to fight to protect people, to right wrongs, but
I'm gonna
sometimes...
finish this up on my own.
I'm sorry. I feel like I let you down.
No, it's fine. I just needed a little dose of reality.
Anna Tomasi's not your mother. This case won't bring her back.
So, and these, but they didn't
soon
hit
their
that
lawyers
point.
gonna get up and tell
Didn't
you
hit
that
that
they're not a crowd.
Because according to their statistics,
You've been here all night.
It's that obvious.
Yeah.
What's this?
Lasagna. That new girl, Susan, she told me stop eating as the trial comes to its end, so she worries about you.
She does. Thank you.
I'll let you get back to work.
Yeah, well, did you get your test results?
You have a case to win. I'll see you down there.
Hey, Hannah. If this doesn't work out, I just want to say that I am sorry.
Do you know what really matters?
Putting them in prison.
That won't help me. Not even money from a civil suit will help me at this point. What really matters is that you were willing to fight for me for years and years. A nobody school teacher with 2 cats and no family. For me, facing what I'm facing, that is the only thing that matters.
I'll give you everything I got.
I know that. Good luck in there.
Mr. Cooper, please deliver your summation.
you know, what we deal with here in federal court is as serious as cancer. We put really bad people in prison.
Sometimes they carry guns, sometimes they wear three-piece suits. The stakes are really high, which means the choices are very hard. I want to thank you for going into that room and taking on this responsibility. We know BPCs are in the water at Middle Hill. Fact. And the citizens, some of them who are here in court today, some of them who have passed on, have cancer in rates higher than most other areas in the country. Fact. And these three executives sitting right there, they let BPCs leak into the water for over a decade. Fact. And very soon this lawyer is going to get up and he's going to tell you that it is not a fact that BPCs cause cancer. Because according to their statistics, cancer rates kept climbing every year. They got higher, they came close to, but they didn't cross that line which says cancer rates are abnormally high. And here's the thing, we don't have the numbers for the last 3 years, but it doesn't take a scientist to see where it's going. These are the essential elements that you're going to take into that jury room. And that jury room is private. There's a reason for that. No one will ever know what's in your hearts when you go to take that final vote on guilt or innocence. It's by design. So listen to the judge. I can't tell you not to listen to the judge. It's against the law. I would never do that. But I know the truth. BPCs cause cancer. And those three men, let those chemicals leak into the ground and into the water, so that mothers and babies and aunts and uncles and friends would drink that water for years and years. It made them sick. It killed some of them. It destroyed their lives and it destroyed their families. This I know. And let me tell you something else I know. A fact. You know it too. So remember this. That jury room is private. It's private. Thank you.
Is the defense ready?
Yes, sir.
Please present your final summation.
How you doing?
It's clean.
Give me the wand. Give it to me. Come on.
So did you think about what we talked about? Oh, it's all right, it's all right, it's all right, it's all right. Don't worry about it. You don't like my friend?
He could be working for FBI Internal Affairs.
Don't worry about that.
Yeah, well, I put people in jail for doing things like this.
Okay. Easy. Just kill the case fast. Don't let it hang in the press for months. You're gonna lose it anyway.
What are my guarantees?
Start at $1.2 million. Partner in 3 years.
That is very generous.
You bet. But the case has to really go away. I mean, you need to kill it completely. Look, you're never gonna get me on the insider trading thing. You know that. Come on, be smart.
You got something on your sleeve there. Looks like they just painted the benches. No, you're right. I'm not gonna be able to get you on insider trading. But I will get you for bribing a federal official.
What is that?
It's called a microphone.
FBI! Don't move! You stand up and put your hands behind your back.
You son of a bitch.
Remain silent.
You entrapped me.
Court of law.
Yeah.
Jury's back.
defendants please rise for the verdict? Has the jury reached a verdict?
Yes, we have, Your Honor.
Will you read the verdict?
As to count 1, involuntary manslaughter in violation of Title 18, Section 1114. We, the jury, find the defendants, Ira Reed, David McCardle, and Philip London, guilty.
Order, please. Order! There are other charges to be heard. Order, please.
It's all right, I'm practicing.
Microphone on the bench, tossing the wand, everything. It was a brilliant plan.
Give Henry his $20, man.
Hey.
Hey, good job.
Come here.
Susan!
Who's gonna get me a drink?
¿Qué te pasa, pobrecito? ¿Cómo? Dame, tengo hambre. Ah, joy. Want it back? You know where to find me.
Leave me a message and I'll get back to you.
First ground rule. We can't call each other at 1 in the morning after 4 glasses of wine. That was an inspiring win today. I'll see you in the office.
Do you want to go to Chinatown, get some food?
Yes, I'm starving.
Yeah?
But that place was terrible. Yes.
Are you sure it's him? Listen, we'll be there in 20 minutes. Don't let them touch the body.
What's going on?
Not good.
So far. All right, I got to deal with these guys.
Michael Cooper, Assistant U.S. Attorney. What do we know?
Well, it looks like the councilman was having a bad day. We got a .38 caliber gunshot wound, self-inflicted to the head. The gun is on the passenger side seat. Word on the street was you guys were investigating the councilman. Something about hot dog carts.
That's not NYPD's concern. Is there something in his hand? Lighter in one hand, cigarette in the other. Hey, how does a man shoot himself in the head?
He doesn't.
All right, listen up. Sign over any evidence you've collected to my agents and leave this rooftop right now. This just became a federal investigation.